this is a B4 bioenergetics video looking at metabolism. And if we think about metabolism, basically there's lots and lots of reactions going on in our bodies, okay? Lots of chemical reactions. Some of them, like respiration, release energy, and most of them use energy. And if we could add together all of those reactions in our body or in a cell, we would call that metabolism, okay? Our metabolic rate, okay? And all of those reactions use energy, as I've already said, unless it's respiration, which releases energy. Our bodies release energy by respiration, and this energy is used for storage, okay, so make molecules for storage, such as glycogen, growth, making proteins, breakdown of protein to form urea, and we come onto that in paper 2 if you are triple science. So, glucose storage. Energy is released from the glucose in respiration. We said that the glucose is a chemical store of energy, and that's released in respiration. If you have too much glucose, it's dangerous because osmosis can basically strip water out of the cells surrounding those blood vessels. So if there's lots and lots of sugar in there, it creates a really low concentration of water compared to the high concentration of water in the cells. So waters shrink because the water's been stripped out of them into the blood. And it can lead to type 2 diabetes. The body can store some of that glucose as glycogen. So we talked about plants being able to store their excess glucose as starch, and we store our excess glucose as glycogen. Okay. So ribosomes and protein. I've said before in B2 that we eat protein. We break it down into amino acids via digestion. That makes it small and soluble so it can get into the blood. And then using protein synthesis, which we talk about in triple paper 2, we build it back up into proteins at the ribosomes. So we say that the ribosomes is where protein synthesis occurs. We've talked about respiration a lot in this topic, but we talked about it being an exothermic process because it releases energy, and that energy is involved in providing the energy for metabolic processes. And then the final point is protein breakdown. So breaking down proteins releases energy. This is when you haven't eaten for a long time. It can get to the point where people talk about muscle wastage and breaking down muscles as a kind of energy source, okay? So this is the really long-term energy store of the body, and this happens after we've run out of our glucose and our glycogen. We'll go to breaking down protein, okay? And urea is a byproduct of the breakdown, which we remove in our urine. Again, only worry about that if you are triple doing paper 2. Hope you found that useful. Thank you.